Hey y'all, it's Randy with Randy Reviews and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a full makeup tutorial. I did a couple shorts, but I wanted to do a full length video just to show y'all how quick it can be to do your makeup on a daily basis. It took me literally however long this video is, 18 minutes and 58 seconds to do my makeup, plus an extra probably minute and a half because I had already did my eyebrows using that eyebrow pencil from AOA Studio. And these days I'm not really doing a full face, so that also cuts down on time. I spend a little bit more time on my eyeshadow, and then the rest is just playtime, I guess. I'm starting off with this NYX Ultimate what's this called, eye primer, and it says shadow and liner primer. And the first time I used it, I really liked it, but this time it was kind of sticking. It wasn't blending as good as I remember it blending the first time. So I don't know if I used too much or if I used different eyeshadows and they didn't work well with this, but yeah, I'm gonna keep using it. I'm using my Riviera Anastasia Beverly Hills palette that I'm trying to get up to 50 uses in before I switch to something else. And because I'm wearing pink, I was like, hey, this pink is pretty spot on to my dress, so I'm gonna go ahead and wear it. And it was a matte pink, so I think next time I'm gonna, on top of that eyeshadow primer, I'm gonna put my NYX Jumbo Stick pencil just to make sure that it can, number one, stick and glide the way I want it to glide, but also be more pigmented. I felt like it was a little bit patchy, and I'm gonna fix that later on. But because I had no intentions of putting another eyeshadow on, I planned on doing just this straight matte pink, on my lid. But once I seen how patchy it was, I was like, ooh, I need to add something to it. So that's the first color I'm starting with, and that color is called Bahamas, even though it don't make me think of the Bahamas, but that's neither here nor there. So I start with that all over my lid, and I'm packing it in. I got these AOA Studio brushes from Miss A for $1.25, $1.33, $1.88, whatever they is these days, for less than $2, and they work great, especially for packing on eyeshadow. They're thick and big, and they just do a great job. Next, I'm taking Cabana, and I'm using that as a blender color, just to blend out the pink a little bit. And this is when I realized that primer was like not working well with these eyeshadows, because it was like skipping on my brush when I was trying to use this color, and it was a matte as well. So yeah, like I said, next time I'm gonna put my jumbo stick down after I use the primer, just to make sure I don't have this problem. So I put that in my crease. Then I went in with my brown, which is the color Palm, and I put that in my crease and a little bit higher than my crease, as well as a little bit on the pink, just to blend out the pink. I keep my eyeshadow very simple. Like, I've been doing my eyeshadow for probably over 18 years at this point on a fairly consistent basis, so I know what I like, and I like just simple 1, 2, 3 step, eyelid color, blended color, highlight color. I might do a little bit more this and that depending on what's needed, but I'm not one of those people that's doing like cut creases and all of that type of stuff, because it's just not necessary for my everyday life. And I ain't trying to impress nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing y'all what I do as a girl who works from home 5 days out of the week, and just like to do makeup and like to use her makeup. That's really it. So this is when I decided to put this Palermo pink on top of the Bahamas pink, because I felt like it was kind of patchy. And so this is a more of a glittery, shimmery color, so you can kind of get away with a shimmery color not being perfect, because it just, I don't know, it's just better that way. But with mattes, you kind of want them to be perfect. So as you can see, that blended it out really, really well, made the pink pop. And yeah, it just looks good. I had used this pink once before. I remember a long time ago I had wore it and I got so many compliments, but I don't know why I don't gravitate towards it more often. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be pulling for this all spring and summer. And so yeah, I put that all over the first pink and a little bit over the brown as well. And then I took some more brown and blended it back out over the edges to make it seamless. So first I'm blending out the pink, and then I'm going to take a little bit more brown and blend out the edges, as well as put a little bit more back into my crease. So yeah, like I was saying, I see people doing, makeup commentary, and they're like, yeah, it takes me 2 hours to do my makeup, or it takes me an hour and a half. And I'm like, to do makeup for every day, that's like way too long. Like 20 minutes is kind of long. I try to keep it to 15 minutes or less. Unless you're a model, or you got a wedding to go to or a red carpet event, like I don't see why you should be taking 2 hours to do your makeup. I've got my makeup professionally done for like weddings and stuff, and that takes about an hour. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still just like, okay, what's taking y'all so long? Like, I could have did my makeup quicker than this. For my highlight, I'm using the color Estate. It's just like a real light peachy pink color. So I put that right up under my right up under my eyebrows on my brown bone, and blended it in with the rest of the colors. And yeah, that's what I got going. Looking real cute. And what was that? Almost 7 minutes. Not even a whole 7 minutes to do my eyeshadow. Like, that's pretty good. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not rushing. I'm not doing nothing. It's just my regular speed. Right now, I'm taking some micellar water and just cleaning up under my eye and in the corner so that it can be clean. So that when I put my, next products on, it's not pink mixing in with the concealer and the other stuff that I'm going to put on. So, yeah, I just always do this step. That's why I also do my eyeshadow first before I do my face makeup, if I'm doing any face makeup, because I like to clean up after I'm done with my eyeshadow. And I don't want to worry about, it, got into my concealer or got into my foundation. Like, no matter how careful you are, sometimes the eyeshadow just be everywhere. So that's why I prefer to do my eyeshadow first and then go in with my face makeup. I'm using this NYX Epic Ink liner to do a wing on both of my eyes. I have the NYX Epic Ink liner. Wait a minute, what's the difference? Okay, this one is the NYX Epic Wear liquid liner, the one that I'm using in the video. But I also have the NYX Epic Ink liner, which is like a felt tip, and it's horrible, y'all. It's not black at all. I'm so mad. I wish I could return it. I love this, but I do like a felt tip because it's quicker. You know what I'm saying? To use, but it's not black at all. Like, I had to go over the line multiple times and it still wasn't black enough for me. So yeah, that was a waste of money. But I prefer this Epic Wear eyeliner over the Epic Ink liner. And as you can see, it's super black. It dries down matte. So it's shiny right now, but it's going to dry down matte. And then in my waterline, which I hadn't been doing for quite a bit of time because I didn't have a good waterline pencil, I'm putting this Wet n Wild breakup proof, waterproof, retractable gel eyeliner. And it's in Black is Black, and it's super black. And y'all, this was only $2 and some change on Amazon. So I don't know who said that, makeup got to be so expensive to be good, but it's not true, because I pretty much strictly buy my makeup from Walmart and Ulta. And now I'm putting on this voluminous mascara by L'Oreal, one of my favorites. This one has a curved brush and it's in the color black. But yeah, like I was saying, I like to, try some more expensive brands, but I'm never buying no luxury stuff. First of all, like Dior and um, Gucci and all of that stuff. I probably would never spend that type of money on makeup. But I do like Benefit. I like Tarte. I like Urban Decay. But I'm buying one thing every blue moon. For the most part, I'm a NYX girl. I'm a Elf girl. I'm a L'Oreal. I like Juvia's Place. That's one of my favorites. It's for foundation and concealer and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much what I stick to. $20 or under. I feel like it can get the job done, and I don't have to break the bank, and they work. You know what I'm saying? When I go in the Ulta, I go straight to the one side. You know how they have it separated? I go straight to the affordable side. Now, if I can't find what I'm looking for, then I might, venture over to, like I said, Benefit or Tarte or Urban Decay or whatever. But I stick to a pretty low budget or low cost for makeup. I'm using this Black Opal little concealer stick I've had for years. I don't even think they make this anymore. It's in the color tan, but this is a very, very natural concealer because basically I use my finger. I don't even use a brush, and it blends right in. Obviously it brightens, but it doesn't look like done up. As time goes on, as the day goes on, it sinks into your skin really, really well. Honestly, if you want an even more natural look, if you don't put any powder, it will look super duper natural. But then I don't know how long it will last. It probably wouldn't last all day. So I have to put some powder on it so it can last. But I think it's the most natural looking concealer that I have. And even some days when I'm like going into the office and I want to look awake, but I don't want to do like a full, eyeshadow and all that, I put just a little tiny bit of this under my eyes just to brighten my eyes up, do my eyebrows, put on some mascara, and put on some lipstick and walk out the door. That take less than 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So it's ways to, make yourself look awake or hide a few flaws without looking like a completely different person. I dislike when I click on a makeup video and the person starts off without makeup and they look like a completely different person. Like I said, now if you're doing makeup for something where you need it to last, 8 to 10 hours, but I can't even say that because my makeup lasts. My makeup lasts all day. It's 4:30 p.m. I did this at 6:45 a.m. It's 4:30 p.m. and my makeup is still looks good. My face is not super shiny even though I have oily skin. And my makeup is still intact. So even if you're going somewhere for a long period of time, I don't think you need a full beat, and in this day and age where everybody kind of does their makeup the same, it start making everybody look the same. So I don't like that. I like to be able to see like your skin underneath. So anyway, I'm using this Pore Professional by Benefit. What's this called? The Power Powder, and it's in a light tan color, and I think it's a perfect color for my under eye. You really can use it all over, but I like it for under eye. As you can see, it brightens a little bit, but it doesn't give you that highlighter effect where it looks like you got like 4 shades lighter concealer under your eye. And then I'm putting on a little blush by, who is this? ColourPop. And this is the color Cosmopolitan. And it's just like a rosy, mauvey pink. I only got like 2 blushes because I really don't feel the need to have a lot of different blushes. So I'm using that on my face. And this is like one of my techniques when you're not wearing a full face, is to still put on like blush and highlighter. And it kind of conceals, any blemishes that you have on your cheeks. And it makes you look like you got on more makeup than you actually have on. So next, I'm using this highlighter from Kat Von D. It's called Metal Crush, I think. Y'all, I've had this highlighter for so long. I know I've had this highlighter since 2020, for sure. Because I remember one time wearing it during COVID, like right before COVID, actually, like March of 2020. And one of my friends asked me about it. and I sent her the picture of it so she can get some. So that's how old this is. It's almost gone, so that's why I'm trying to use it up, because I'm like, it's like a liquidy highlighter. I don't want it to go bad, or it probably already expired, and I don't want to get, no breakouts. So I'm just like, let me hurry up and use the last little bit of it. So I'm placing that on the top of my cheeks, down my T-zone, and on the top of my Cupid's bow. That's my favorite place to highlight, literally. Like, I don't know, maybe because I got big lips and it just stick out. I love a good highlight on the Cupid's bow. And then I'm taking this little small, fluffy, kind of blendy brush to blend it out into my skin. And because it's like a pearlescent, it shines pink, so it really matches my whole thing. It matches my blush and my eyeshadow. So I went real matchy today. I even got on pink shoes that's the same color as my dress. So real monochromatic. I don't have a pink purse this color, so there's that. But everything else is super pink. And then I'm wearing silver. I put on some silver accessories. So after I put that on, I took my blush brush and just kind of blended it out a little bit to make it look, a little more natural. And then I'm setting my face with this Makeup Revolution base fix. It's the Super Hold Fixing Spray. And I really like Makeup Revolution's holding sprays. Not holding sprays. What is these called? Setting sprays. I can't think. I really like their setting sprays. I got this base fix one because it says Super Hold, but they have another one that's like matte, and I like that one a lot. I've tried like 2 or 3 different ones, and they're, like I said, super affordable, probably $7-8 for a 3.4 fluid ounce bottle. And because it's actually right up under 3.4 fluid ounces, so you could travel with it just like this. You don't have to, decant it or put it in another thing or buy a miniature or none of that stuff. So I really like it. But I'm not going to rebuy it. That one's about gone. I'm not going to rebuy it just yet because I have 2 other setting sprays that I want to get through. So, but yeah, I really will recommend that Makeup Revolution base fix. Now I'm about to do my lips. I'm starting with this Juvia's Place brown lip liner. Really like this. As you can see, it's a perfect brown. It goes on super smooth. Even though I have like a little bit of chapstick on, it's not like sometimes it won't come off. If you have anything on your lips, you have to be like completely matte, but that one doesn't do that. And then I'm taking this super old MAC lipstick called Fresh Brew all over. As you can see, I'm just about done with this lipstick too. This is about 5 years old as well. And I'm trying to use up this stuff because it's just like, girl, you shouldn't be having no damn lipstick for 5 years. And it's a pretty light nude. So I thought I would add, first I'm adding some more lip liner, but then I'm going to also add a NYX butter gloss over top in the color Ginger Snap, just to kind of bring it down just a tad bit. Yeah, as you can see, it's very, very slightly darker, not that much darker, but you see how it makes it look more natural? Yeah, so I did that. And then that's it. That's the face. Cute. See y'all next time.